friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time, and I'm here for a part 5 on the natural healing testimonies. And what this is a series I'm putting together based on the testimonials that my followers have been sending to my email. So if you have your own natural healing testimony you would like to share, please send that to me with the title Natural Healing Testimony to raincountryhomestead@gmail.com, and hopefully you'll be able to hear that in a later video down the road. I still have a lot to work through. This is getting longer and longer, so I have no idea how many videos this will be. So be patient. If you've sent in a story, it could be a while. It could maybe be months before I finally get to yours. And also know that I will be linking to the playlist for this series in the description box down below if you would like to hear some more of these encouraging stories where people shared their own experiences using just whether it be herbs directly, making tinctures, making salves, so many great stories. And it might be something you might just want to turn that playlist on and just listen to them all the way through while you're doing your various chores around the house. And just so you know, I do not read any of the names, whether they give me permission or not. I just leave the names out of it, but these are real people. Okay, first story. She actually has several. I had a dark brown spot on my cheek that never went away. It was so obvious, strangers would tell me to get it checked out. I was afraid it was going to be cancer. I put a plantain, coconut oil, and beeswax salve I made on it. After a few days, I could not tell where it had been. So after all that time, she had it, and a few days later, just using this salve that she made, and it was gone. The salve I made was 1/3 plantain dehydrated and powdered in 1/3 coconut oil in a double boiler and simmered for a long time. Then I strained out the plantain and added 1/3 beeswax. I also use this all the time for any stings or bug bites. It lasts much longer than Benadryl cream. And now I don't wake up in the middle of the night scratching or burning from bug bites. And the great thing about plantain is just about anybody can find it growing on their own property somewhere. And if not on your own property, you should be able to find it somewhere. It's like dandelions. It grows wild. And if you'd like more information on that, I have a video just on plantain. And you'll find it in my Herbs and More Benefits and Uses playlist. So I'm going to link to that playlist down below as well. So it's easier just to go in there and you can scroll down and find that. I also use a comfrey salve on my hands when they are sore from working in the garden. It works so well, no soreness at all. I make it the same way I make the plantain salve, only use dried powdered comfrey instead of plantain. The way I usually mix herbs together. I'd be one to mix the comfrey and the plantain together because of their benefits, they both are very beneficial to the skin and any skin ailments. And then comfrey has that added benefit of also helping to heal bruises, sprains, and breaks. To each their own. If you can separate them out, for individuals, for specific uses, that's not a bad thing either. I also use the inside stem of dandelion to rub on sore hands, and it works better and faster than any aspirin. All right, next testimonial, and this is actually about a horse. Every summer, poor Riley would be the biting flies and gnats' favorite meal, resulting in his skin erupting in painful sores. He would literally lose his mane, most of his tail, and an underbelly line of hair from his chin to his rear end. Fly sprays only irritated his skin and made it worse. Every summer it was a battle cleaning his wounds and applying the next I hope this works. After watching one of your videos on neem oil, its healing benefits, as well as it being a bug deterrent, I thought I'd give it a try. I mixed it with water in a spray bottle and it worked. It healed his sores and kept the bugs off. Wonderful. I've now added some homemade comfrey plantain infused neem oil for amazing results. Next story. For 3 days, I had severe coughing and phlegm. I've been drinking mullein tea and have noticeable improvement. And that was it. That was a short one, but hey, short and sweet and to the point. All right, next one. My 20-year-old grandson developed sepsis last Christmas and almost died. on total life support for 2.5 months. His feet and legs below mid-calf were amputated and had terrible scars on the back of his right hand and wrist, which would break open and ooze. I gave him some homemade comfrey salve from Heidi's recipe, and he rubbed it on the scars almost daily for about 2 months. The scars are almost completely gone, and he's walking well on his prosthetics. Thank the Lord. Oh, love this. So what you'll notice is you'll hear a lot of stories about plantain and comfrey in a lot of these, because these are very easy to grow herbs and they have multiple uses. So a lot of people can have easy access to these things. Next one. I have been repeatedly thankful for starting a comfrey plant in my garden. There we go again, another comfrey one. The most recent was just 2 days ago. I got whacked in the head by a trash bin. I didn't think it was that big a deal until it started bleeding profusely, as head wounds do. Luckily, there was still some leaves that were wilted from the cold, but still green. I folded up a couple and applied it to the wound. It stopped bleeding and hurting quickly. I could then clean up and made a poultice from some dried comfrey from my apothecary. I tied it on with a bandana, refreshing it a few times during the evening. The next morning, there was no pain, no swelling, and was able to sponge clean my hair. I don't think of myself as clumsy, but this is the second time this year I've gotten a head injury, and both in the backyard where the comfrey grows. What was more painful was stepping on a burrowing bee, and it swelled up a lot. In that case, I macerated a leaf and applied it. 20 minutes later, the pain was gone and the swelling went down almost as quickly. What comfrey I don't use medicinally, I compost in the garden. It makes for beautiful soil. And yes, comfrey leaves, you can do a chop and drop, just chop and drop, and it'll just keep coming back. And just layer it in the garden. That's what I do, just throw it all over my garden. It's very good for your plants. And the last story. I remember I went to the doctor when I was 15 years old, feeling a pain in my upper stomach. And the doctor said I had an ulcer and had to take medication every day and had to stop eating chili peppers, tomatoes, and anything with cooking oil in it. I used to buy Zantac and take a pill almost every day for 10 years. One day, one friend saw these pills and asked me to try artichoke instead. Put them along with the core in water and let them simmer for 1 hour. Then once cooled down, drink it for a week. I tried it for 3 days and the ulcer pain was gone and never came back. Since then, which was 20 years back, I am now 55 years old and eat chili peppers, tomatoes, etc. So great testimonials again, yet again. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. And just a reminder, if you want to send me your own testimonial, send it to raincountryhomestead@gmail.com with the title Natural Healing Testimony, and I will add it to the folder where I'm storing all these stories until I get to them. And feel free to share your stories also in comments down below. Just know that I'll only be accepting ones for the video that are actually emailed to me rather than trying to gather them from the comments, because that is a very long process. It takes me a lot more time. Oh, and also don't forget to check out the playlist I'll be putting down below. So that'd be the natural healing testimonies, as well as the playlist on herbs and more, benefits and uses. All right, well, thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.